Hello students, welcome back to another video on integers where we'll be looking at addition and subtraction of three integers. So please open your eyes and ears and let's get into the video. We'll be using counters to solve today's problems. Now, as you can see, we're using green counters to represent positive numbers and red counters to represent negative numbers. So for example 1, where we have 5 plus 3 minus 4, we can use counters to represent this example. Now, let's pay attention to the question. Here we can see that the 5 here is positive, so we use 5 green counters to represent the positive 5. Then we follow the same concept. We look and see that we have here positive 3. Always remember that the sign belongs to the number to the right. Now, all we need to do is to represent the positive 3. We're going to use 3 green counters. Now, the next number that we have is negative 4. Now, which counter are we going to use to represent negative 4? Very good. We're going to use the red counters. So we have 4 red counters. Now, as you can see here on the screen, we have represent the same example or same questions using counters. So what we need to do next is working from left to right. We're going to do the first two numbers in the expression. So that is 5 plus 3. Now we can see that it is from the same family. So all we're going to do is to add them because we only have one straight color. So we're going to add them. And since it's green, we know that it is positive. Very good. So here, the total is going to be 8. Now we have 8 green counters and we have 4 red counters. So what we need to do now is to use our zero pairing to find a solution to our problem. Now, to use the zero pairing, what we're going to do, we're going to pair one green with one red. So one green with one red. Now, after we do that, after we pair one green with one red, we can eliminate it because one green will cancel one red. Now, what we are left with is our final answer, and here we can see that we are left with 4 green counters. So therefore, our final answer is what? Very good. Our final answer is positive 4. Now, this is just one example. We'll be going through about 2 more examples using. Now, let's zoom in on example 2, where we have negative 7 plus 2 minus 1. So we're going to utilize the same concept to solve this problem. Now, we're going to use our counters to represent each number according to its sign. Now, the first number that we have here in example 2 is negative 7. So which color counter are we going to use to represent the negative 7? Very good. We're going to use a red counter to represent negative 7. So we're going to drag 7 red counters. Now that I have my 7 red counters, I need to represent the positive 2 with the counters. And positive 2, remember that the green counters represent positive numbers. So we're going to have 2 green counters. Now, our final number here is -1. Always remember that the sign belongs to the number to the right. So for -1, we use the one red counter. Now that is our expression using the counters. So all we need now we can solve the expression working from left to right. So we're going to use the zero pairing method. So we know that one red is going to go with one green, then follow the same method. Now when we pair them, all we're going to do here, we know that the one red is going to cancel the green, and the one red is going to cancel the green there again. So we are left with five red counters. So the 5 red counters here represents what? Very good. The 5 red counters represents -5. And here we have one red counter which represents, very good, -1. Now we see that they are from the same family. So all we do is add them, and the color is going to tell us the sign. And if the counter is red, the sign is excellent. The sign is negative. So here our final answer is -6. In our final example, we have 3 minus 8 minus -4. Now, as you can see, the difference with this question is that we have two negative signs beside each other. So what we need to do is to achieve a single sign. And negative is going to give us a positive value. So what we can do here is to rewrite the expression. So the new expression is going to be 3 minus 8 plus 4. So this is our new expression. Now we follow the same concept to use the counters to represent each number according to its sign. So the first number here is +3. And which counter are we going to use to represent +3? Very good. We're going to use the green counters to represent +3. Then the next the next number that we have there is -8. So therefore, we're going to use 8 red counters to represent -8. And the final number that we have in the expression is +4. So therefore, we're going to use 4 green counters to represent +4. All right, so now we have used the counters to express the problem that we have. Now, all we need to do now is to use the zero pairing method to find the solution to this problem. So what we're going to do, we're going to pair one red with one green. And let's continue the process and see what we have left. So one red with one green, and we're going to see what we have left remaining. So as we know already, one green and one red is going to cancel each other. So after we finish canceling, we'll see what we have remaining. Now here we can see that the only thing that we have remaining is one red counter. Now the one red counter will represent what? Very good. The one red counter will represent -1. So therefore our final answer is -1. Now I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next session.